What's up, people? This is Zohar Hussain, and I've been getting a couple of DMs for the past couple of days about how I cook my chicken. So today I'm going to show you all how I make some healthy bodybuilding chicken that is good for your physique as well as for the taste buds. So let's go. Alright, so to make chicken, obviously the most important things are the ingredients, right? So let me just make a short list and introduce you to all the ingredients I'm going to use. So the first one we have here is the most basic one, some table salt. And then the second most important thing is this, the yellow powder you see. It's called turmeric powder or haldi in Hindi. And then this red powder here is chili powder, red chili powder. And then we've got some coriander powder here. It's also called dhania in Hindi. And then we've got some pepper powder here, some garam masala here. And then this is a special tandoori chicken masala that I use, that's made by Everest in India. And then this is one of the best like flavoring I've ever had. It's made by Shan Masala. It's a Pakistani brand, and it's actually called it's called Shan Fry Gosht Masala. Yeah, so it's very, very tasty. So that's one of the most important thing. And this thing in center is weed. No, it's not weed. It's called kasuri methi. I don't know what they call it in English, but in Hindi it's called kasuri methi. It gives really nice flavor to the chicken. Alright, and then we've got some cut white onion here, and then some green chilies. Oh yeah, and I forgot the most important thing. It's the ginger garlic paste. So it's a packed one, but I suggest you to use a homemade ginger garlic paste for better flavor and taste. And I also use coconut oil for the marination. You can use regular sunflower oil or maybe mustard oil or whichever oil you feel good using. I suggest you not to put olive oil while cooking because it sort of alters the flavor. But then if you're okay with it, you can go ahead. But I highly suggest you to use coconut oil. It gives really nice flavor to the chicken. So I'm just gonna add all the ingredients up together and mix them all up. And then after the coconut oil, we add ginger garlic. And then the onions and chili. Masalas. And guys, you can add it all in together, so it's not a big deal. But then just make sure you're using enough quantity. So all this I'm using to cook like 2.5 kgs of chicken at one batch. That's why I have like a pretty huge vessel here, and I think this much is enough. I think over time, as you prepare more and more chicken, you sort of get a rough idea of the iteration and what quantity of use you need for which masala. So it's very simple. You get better with practice. So I'm adding all the masalas in. Yeah. And actually. 3 out of 5 times I cook, I forget to add salt. And guys, if you're gonna buy chicken breasts from the butcher shop, just make sure you're cutting them flat enough. Make sure you're slitting them in the middle and opening them up. Just make sure they're this thin, because if you're gonna put thick breast pieces inside, it's really hard to cook. And especially if you're gonna put it in the oven, you're gonna find that the masala wouldn't have been penetrated inside well. So it's better we make thin slices rather than thick ones. So guys, I've got the chicken in and I'm gonna start marinating. I'm gonna mix up the chicken and all the masalas, and I've got the tray right here. So I'm just gonna mix it all up, let it marinate for some time, and then put it in the plate while the oven is preheating. Short note about the oven: you need to switch it on conventional mode, keep it at 250 degrees, and let it preheat for at least 20 to 25 minutes. So there's the mixed chicken, guys. So I'm gonna let this stay aside for like 20 minutes just so it marinates. Until then, I'll get the oven ready. I'm just gonna put some water so that the baking sheet sticks to the pan and doesn't come out. You can also use cooking spray or butter or like ghee or anything on the pan. It's okay, not a problem. So there you have it. In a few minutes I'm gonna just put the chicken on this pan and then we'll put it in. Marinated chicken on the tray. Looks like a freaking pizza though. So we're just gonna put it in the oven and then wait for a while. And here's another bonus tip for you: when you're putting chicken inside the oven, especially if it's boneless chicken breast, always make sure you're putting a bowl of water inside, because the chicken tends to dry up very fast when you cook it inside the oven, right? So when you use this bowl of water, the chicken doesn't get dehydrated. It's still juicy and better to eat. You can chew it better, swallow it better. Yeah. So always remember to keep a pot of water inside the oven. Yeah, and also guys, in this case, using an oven is convenient for me, so I use the oven. But you can use the same recipe and cook the chicken on a non-stick pan, on a non-stick tawa. Just coat the tawa with a spoon of oil, and then maybe you can fry the chicken. Boy, look at that. Guys, it smells freaking delicious. I wish you guys were here to smell it, but it looks good. So yeah, remember, always after you're done cooking, just make sure, especially in the oven, just make sure it's done. You can do this by just forking all the, not all, like at least all the big pieces that are inside. You can use a fork and knife or a table knife or whatever to just, cut it through and see if it's cooked. If it's not, you should put it back in the oven. It should look something like this, white, cooked. This is a sign that it's done. Look at this, juicy as hell. So that was the video, guys. I hope you liked it. I hope you like the recipe. Please do try it out and let me know how it comes out and let me know how you like it. And if you do like it, please share it with your friends. And if the quality of the video wasn't good, this was my very first video. I hope to get better in future. And yeah, so keep lifting, keep pumping those weights, keep building that muscle.